How we doing, everybody? Yeah, I wanted to do a quick run through here of Marvel Champions since I just got Rogue and Gambit, and this one I'm just playing with the pre-made decks with this. But I'm gonna make believe that you guys have never played this game before. So we're gonna play with the Mojo. Um, Scenario here. We're actually going to play with the Spiral, which is scenario 2. So here's how this works. So it tells you how to set this up. All right. So on the back of this, which is actually 1A, it tells you contents: Spiral 1, Spiral 2. We're not going to play with Spiral 3 unless we're doing Expert mode, and then the 3 would replace the 2. And we use 3 modular encounter sets from the Mojo Mania scenario pack. So, in this case, okay, so this is basically the villain deck. And on the bottom here, it says sitcom. So I'm using sitcom, I'm using horror, and western. So those are that. And I'm also going to use this, obviously, the standard deck. The standard deck goes in, which is in the main original box, goes in every time. So that's used every single time. Then on top of that, their stuff came with the Reavers, so I threw the Reavers in here too. It wasn't actually in the setup instructions, but I'm using that too. It's only extra 6 cards, and I played this once through already with these characters, and I can tell you that they're not real good together. Not the pre-made deck anyway. Put the search for spiral side scheme 1. So that is right here. And 1 random show environment in play, and shuffle each other show environment together from the cornered treachery to the create the. Okay. So that's going to go up like this. And then here's the show deck. So it has cornered spiral in here, which is what they just said, and western, sitcom, and each one of them says environment right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix those up. In fact, that one popped out, so let's just use that one. So that one's the one that's in play right now, which is the western one. And what it says is each obligation gains 1 acceleration icon. After a player discards this obligation, the player draws 1 card. An obligation. Okay. And obligations are basically a type of card that are in here. All right. Then each one of the heroes comes with their own little side bad guy deck, basically. So we have Deadly Touch, and Belladonna, etc. So these all go to the side. But these 2 cards here, where it says obligation, in this case treachery. This is the Nemesis one. So let's see. Gambit Nemesis. I think that is the one. Oh wait, right here. Okay. So, if it says obligation on top, that gets shuffled into this deck. And you'll also notice that even though it comes with the hero deck, it actually has this backing. And what we'll do is we'll stick those 2 in here, and we will shuffle them up. And there's a card that comes up that makes you put these cards into this deck, which we hope we don't get. All right, so that's all set up. These have been already shuffled. And if you just want to go through, so there's like 15 cards for Rogue that go in here. And they look like this. It'll have Rogue's face on it. Plus, there's different types of other decks, which in this case is Protection. Also get shuffled in here. and the gray ones are standard. You can put that into anybody's deck. So in this case, she's got 3 different types of cards in here, and the same with him. All right. So she comes with a card that automatically goes out to play, and we actually start off on their non-super side. So it says set your touched upgrade aside, which is over here, and then force response after you change to this form, get set touched aside. So if it's attached to any card, we're going to put it back, basically with her. And with Gambit, he has an action of thwarting, and we're going to go into thwarts and attacks here in a second. Exhaust friendly Rubro. Look at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Discard one of those cards. Remove threat from a scheme equal to the number of boost icons. And we'll get into that as well. All right, so he's going to start with 9 hit points. Okay, so we're going to move this to 9. She's going to start with 11. Now, how do I know that? Because it's listed on the bottom of the card. So it tells me her hand size is 6 and her hit points are 11. All right, and if when she changes size, the hit points remains the same, and the hand size is only 5. So we actually lose a card when she's in super form. I'm going to leave a little bit of space here because cards will come up in front of these characters. All right, so Spiral's going to have 13 hit points per character, per player. So we're going to have 26. Okay, so she has 26 hit points. Okay, so now over here, this is the other part of setup. It says to put in 3 per player. So we're going to put 6 threat on here. And it says Spiral is hiding in one of the numerous television programs Mojo is producing. After the last threat is removed from here, the player who removed the last threat reveals the top card of the show deck, which is over here. And then we put 6 back on here. Take 2 damage to remove 3 threat from here. So this is where I just played this thing and I lost. Because she keeps, every time she's going to have tokens on here. So it says Spiral cannot take damage or be stunned. Threat cannot be removed from the main scheme. All right, so while she's escaped, I cannot remove threat from there. When Spiral would attack, she schemes instead. If I find her, then this turns over. And if there are at least 3 teleport per player counters here, remove all of them and flip Spiral. So after Spiral activates, place 1 teleport counter here. So basically she's going to have 6 turns before she's going to run away. All right, so here's the 6 threat that I go here. And then we're going to start with 1 per player here. So it's going to start out with 2. And now this is how we lose. If all my guys are gone, if they're all dead, like if both of those go down to 0, I lose. If one of these decks runs out completely, I lose. If this deck runs out, this one gets replenished. Actually, that's not true. That's the wrong game. So if I get, I can restructure these. So I don't lose with these. So there's only 2 ways: if both my guys die, or if this goes to 30. See, 15 per player. So if there's 30 there, then I will lose. Yep, I was thinking of Marvel United if I run out of cards. And that's about it. So the good news is we go first. So we're going to take 6 cards. She's going to be the first player. So we're going to take 6 cards. Okay, so there's my 6 here. I can call Mulligan. I don't think I will in this case. And I really kind of suck at this game. Wow, this is bad. I am going to call Mulligan on this because I got all... So something wasn't shuffled right. I got all Gambit cards there. So something's not right. Okay, so 6, 1, 2. So normally when I'm playing against a villain, there's a little hopscotch that has to go on where I'm trying to damage the villain and I'm also trying to keep the threat down. All right. So with this case, I have no choice because I cannot even attack her at this point. So, because she's not even in the vicinity, I have to find her first. All right. So the biggest thing is I have to remove this 6th threat. I cannot remove any threat from here right now, which is the main scheme. All right, and I'm gonna have to play in the middle of the thing here so you guys can see. All right, so hopefully everything's kind of in the on the camera here. All right, so the numbers here. So basically, you have 2 things. That's the cost of the card, and on the bottom here, these different little colors are how many points how many energy points I have. So basically, I'm discarding cards to play cards. So I have 6 cards in my hand, but really I only have a maximum of 3 because you're going to have to use 3. So I'm going to put this over here. And this down here. And I'm going to move him over here. Okay. All right, because I have to make room for a discard deck. Okay, so this one here has no cost because all it is 2. And you can only have 1 per deck in there. All right, so actually I have Gambit here I can put out. Play only if your identity has a mutant trait. So your traits are here. So right now she's a mutant. Maximum player exhaust X gene and generate a resource. So that one's a good one to put out. I can't split this up. So it's not like I can say 1 and then there's another 1. So attach touch to a character other than Rogue and deal 2 damage to that character, heal 2 damage to Rogue. So I probably am not going to use that one. So I'm going to, because she does no damage at this point, so I'm going to use that to put X gene out. All right, so this is still in my hand. All right, but I can use this to generate a resource. So I have a defense card, which I won't be using right now. So I have 2 that have 3. So I basically have to choose between them. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. If I have aerial, etc. So I'm not going to be using that one because I can't attack anyone at this point. So I'm going to flip her over. So now I have stats. And it'll also tell me that if touched is attached to the character, I gain aerial. I think that's the case. I just made that up. Attach touch to another character, you gain each of the attached character's traits until the end of your round. I thought there was aerial in there. After the player phase begins, find touch and plus it aside. So every time it's my turn, touch comes back to me. I really thought I got aerial as a trait. Oh, that's on here. That's on here. If touch is attached to a minion, rogue stack gain overkill. Rogue gains retaliate 1 if attached to a villain. And she's not going to attack anyway at this point. And Rogue gains aerial trait if attached to an ally. Yes, okay. And Rogue gains stalwart if it's attached to a hero. Oh, I see. I was playing that wrong before. All right. So there's the different traits are actually in this book. It'll tell me what stalwart means, and basically it means I can't be stunned, etc. But I have that in my head. All right, so I'm going to put, since I can't do any damage, I'm going to put Gambit out. Okay, so let's put the X gene over here. Put Gambit out. I'm going to pay with this card and one of these. When a boost card is turned face up, that cancel all boost icons. This card deal 1 damage to the villain. Okay, I won't be able to do that. So I'm going to hang on to this in case a minion comes up. All right. So this is what I've got right now. I use this to pay for that. Oh, I didn't. So technically I can still have this in my hand. Let's see. I paid for that to put that out. And then I paid for this plus this. That's 3. Okay, so I can have both those cards in my hand. All right, so now I'm going to... The only thing I can do is remove from here. So she's got a thwart of 2. So I'm going to turn her to the side. And then he's got a thwart of 2. Gambit enters play with 3 charge icons on him. When Gambit attacks, remove 1 charge. All right, so we're going to put these green tokens on here, which are basically like used for just anything that's not damage and not threat. All right, so I don't want to use... Yeah, let's just put 3 in there. Okay. So what happens with him is you'll see these little dots under here. So if I use any of those powers, that means he takes the damage. So these allies were not meant to live long. So he's only got 3 hit points. So if I use him to take stuff off here, he immediately takes damage. All right. So that's what's going to happen there. So we're going to take out of this 6. I just took off 4. So he's going to be left with 2 here. All right. So he's left with 2. And that's the end of Rogue's turn. So what's going to happen with Rogue is she's going to draw back up to 5. 5 because now I'm on the hero side, so I don't get 6. I get 5. So, and just so you know, I have a problem. I'm sure I'm going to get plenty of comments because I forget to do some stuff sometimes. So bear with me. I lose all the time anyway, so it's not like I'm cheating and end up pulling out a win. Now I got 2 of these defense cards. Kind of a waste. All right. So there's that. So all the cards then get pulled up and her turn ends. So if you were playing with another player, that's your turn would end and then their turn would go. All right. So now it's Gambit's turn. So I do both my heroes and then it's their turn. All right. So I can do an action, thwart exhaust, remove blow, and look at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Discard one of the cards. Remove threat from a scheme equal to the number of boost targets are on that card. So his thwarting ability really sucks. So I'm almost better off leaving him there like that and using that ability. Of course, when I'm basically going through that deck. So the only thing I have... God, I got 2 of these. All right. So I'm going to do that and... Oh, and it's... Okay. So I'm going to take these 2 cards off here. And if you notice, there's the boost icons. I have 3 on here and 2 on here. I obviously want to get rid of the 3 because... Does it say I shuffle them from there? Discard one of those cards. Remove threat from a scheme equal to the boost on the... It doesn't say. Okay, so basically we'll go back on top. All right, so that would be 3. I only need 2 to get rid of that, so I'm going to take 2 off there, right? Which doesn't matter because as soon as I finish that, 6 more go on here. And I'm going to reveal the next card. Look at that. So that's the Spiral Cornered card, which is basically what I'm looking for. Flip Spiral to her cornered section so that now she can take damage. This will cause her, when revealed text, if any, to resolve. Reveal the top card of the show deck, which I just did. Shuffle this card back into the show deck. This effect cannot be canceled. So this would then be shuffled into here. So that's how that works. So, but now she can take damage, which I really wasn't expecting. I was expecting which also means she's going to damage us. All right, so I'm going to flip him over. I can't do an action because I'm already fatigued. Charged card. Play this only if you have the spy or thief trait, which I do. Remove 3 threats from a scheme. So there's something I can do there. I could knock off 3 more of that. And I have this. When you spend this card to play a thwart event, which that's what this is, remove 1 additional threat. So I could actually remove 3. So let's do that. Let's knock this down. 4. So I only have 2 left here, which prepares me now for when she runs away. All right. When you spend this card, place 1 charge on Gambit, which I can do with this. Okay. So I can attack, but it's only a hero action, which is why I turned him over. He's on his hero side. So I'm going to place 1 charge on him per this card. This card has 2 things that I can use there, 2 energy. So, and this is 2 energy to use. Attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. For this attack, if Gambits throw the card ability removed at least 1 counter, it gains ranged, I can gain piercing, and gains overkill. I don't need any of those. However, when you play an attack event, remove up to 3 charge counters here, and that event deals 1 additional damage. So I am going to use it to do 5 damage. Okay, and I have 2 more cards left in my hand. All right, so she's going to take 5 damage, which is going to take me down to 21. Okay. All right, and he's going to stand back up here. I'm going to gain 5 cards. Up to 5 cards. Okay. So now he's got his hand. She's got hers. Their turns are over. This Gambit here has taken 1. I know that this is kind of weird that I've Gambit here and Gambit here, and there's also a Rogue in here, which is kind of weird. I basically have a duplicate Gambit. Okay, so now it's the villain's turn. So if I'm in non-hero form, they will scheme. If I'm in hero form, he will attack. So Spiral's going to attack me. I said he, but it's she. Okay, so the first thing that happens is over here, they get +1 per player. Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen is that's going to become from 2 to 4. All right, and you can see how fast that can go up. Because now if I was in non-hero form, she would be putting additional stuff on there. Or if I hadn't turned her over, all of her attacks would be thwart, scheming, so she would be adding to that as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is she is going to attack Rogue. Actually, this will change. This moves over. So she's going to attack Gambit first, and then she's going to attack a Rogue, and then each of us is going to get one of these cards. All right. So right now she's attacking with 1. And what it says here, every time she activates, she's going to get a teleport counter. So she's activating right now to attack both of them. All right. So I'm attacking here. And she's attacking with 1, 3. Right? Because this is the one I put back on top. So there's 2 boost icons there, plus her 1 is 3. All right. And it says every time she activates. And there's a star there. So it's probably only 3. So I'm just going to put it 1 there. When she hits 3, she'll leave. Okay, so I don't think I have any defense. I can block that 3, but if I do, then I will not be able to use him next round. So if I defend, I turn it this way, so when it's my turn, he will not stand straight up until the end of the turn. And I don't think I have any defense cards. Like sometimes it says if he takes no damage, then this happens. So if I take 3 damage, that means yeah, I think I'm going to do that because I kind of want to leave him there for right now. So he's down to 6 health right now. All right, now she's going to attack Rogue, and she's going to attack Rogue with only 2. Okay, so 2. I do have a defense card. I actually have 2 defense cards, which I can use 1 to pay for the other. And if I do that, I do have this. Okay, so I'll only be able to play 1 card next round. When a boost card is turned face up while the villain attacks, cancel all boosts and deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled. And she only has 1, and but. So I'll take 1 damage and do 1 damage to her. Oh, I didn't place this. All right. I have to do that next turn. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 1, and she's going to take 1. So now she's down to 20. Okay. So now each one of us is going to get a card. So 1 here and 1 here. See? I got a werewolf pack. When revealed, defeat an ally you control and place it face down under Wolfpack. When Wolfpack would be defeated, discard an ally from under instead and heal all damage to Wolfpack. Fuck. So they basically just turned Gambit into a wolf. Okay, that was bad. If it was him, it wouldn't have affected me at all. Surge. And Surge means I take another card. Uses 3 state counters. So I'm going to get this. It's an attachment instead. That's why I gained Surge, but it's actually a plus. So Gambit now has stakes. Like kill vampire stakes. All right, he gets another card, and a vampire is popping up. All right, so we got problems already. We got all this stuff. Okay, so is there 1 revealed? Attacks with piercing deal double damage to vampire. Oh, that's if I use piercing. If I have 2 counters on here, he gets piercing. Heal after vampire attacks and damages a character. Heal all damage from vampire. If no damage to heal this way, give vampire a tough status card. Wow. Well, I was going to use... And look at this. 3 damage. Okay, so I'm going to use Southern. Well, actually, it's not her turn. It's his turn. Okay, so he's got 4 hit points. All right, so action, place 1 charge. So placing a charge icon there. It's not an activation. It's just an action. Okay. When you spend this on a thwart action. So I should probably do that. Shoot, I can't. You may spend one resource of any type to attach this card to your identity. Otherwise, discard this card. Okay. All right, I'm going to use these 3 to put hit and run out. You may spend one resource of any type to attach to the which I just did. When your hero makes a basic attack, remove 1 state counter from here. Your hero gets +1 attack for that attack, and that attack gains piercing. Oh, it gains piercing. And I do double damage when I do piercing. So let's do that. I can kill the vampire off. Okay, so let's use that. I'm going to do 2 damage, +1 is 3 with piercing. So that's 3. Piercing does double damage to him. He dies. All right, so he's going to stand back up. He's going to gain 5 cards. I only have 6 hit points. So by not turning over, I'm kind of pressing my luck. Okay, so use that to do a resource. I'm going to play this card. I'm going to attach this to Gambit. Oh no. Ariel is an ally. There's no allies out because he just died. Man. Well, if I attach it to the minion, I gain overkill. Which means that the amount of damage then carries over to something else. That's Gambit's deck, by the way. I don't know why I'm holding that. So I'm dealing 6 damage with overkill. So I'm going to do 4 damage here, which kills him, which instead kills Gambit. And I have 2 damage left, which I'm going to give to her. So now I'm down to 18. And I'm going to attack with Rogue for another 2. Or I can attack him for 2. That's probably what I'm going to do. Alright, so 2 more hit points and he's gone. Alright, that's kind of a waste because now all I did was fight minions. All right, so she's going to get 5 cards. And she's about to take a beating. Okay. Yeah, when the minions come up, I can't really do any damage to anything else. All right, so we're going to put 2 there. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have 6 there. I'm going to have to start taking care of that. And she's going to attack Rogue. Actually, yeah, because this moves over. So she's going to attack Rogue. Well, she's going to get attacked. Let's see what happens first here. She's going to attack Rogue for only 2. I do have defense cards. When your hero defends against an attack, if it gets +2 defense for that attack. If you take no damage, remove 2 threat from a scheme. So we're going to use this to play that. I get +2 defense, so I'm going to defend with 2. Oh, actually, no. Because I'm going to get hit here for 3. I'd rather defend against the 3. Do I have any other defense cards? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So I'm going to take 2 damage, which brings me down to 8. Now he's going to attack me for 3. So I am going to play that now. I block the 3 completely, and I remove 2 threat from a scheme. So this will go down to 3. Okay, and that defends. So I got to defend with her. Okay, so now we've used all that. He's going to attack, Spiral's going to attack Gambit. For nothing. Yes, just 1 damage. Awesome. Okay. So now we get cards. So she's going to get Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade or support. Fuck. You control. If no cards card this way, get search. I really needed that X gene. I'm glad I used it and didn't wait to use it because now it's gone. And Gambit's card is Spiral Swords. Attached to Spiral, uses 3 sword counters. Spiral gains +1 attack for each sword counter on this card. Is Spiral on her cornered side, which she is, remove 1 sword counter from this card. Okay, so that's going to go under here. And she's going to gain 3 here. She's also going to gain 1 here because she's activated. Okay, and that's it for that. So now it's our turn. And she does not get flipped up. All right, so I cannot use her to attack. She can attack with cards. I just can't use any of these. All right. Yeah, it's only 2. Remove 3 threat from a scheme if Rogue has... Oh, okay, so this is her thing goes back here. When you defend against an attack, remove 1 duty counter from here. And all right, I'm going to have to use Going Rogue. It's just how I'm going to use it. If I have Aerial, I can't use Aerial. I have no allies. There is a minion. Rogue attack gained Overkill, which I have no attack here. Retaliate. That attaches to the villain. All right, so we're going to attach this to Spiral, and we're just going to put it here, but it's Spiral, not the minion. Okay. So now I gain Retaliate. And I'm going to kill him. So I remove 3 threat from a scheme. And on top of that, I'm going to confuse an enemy. So I'm going to confuse Spiral. And confuse means the next time this character would thwart or scheme, discard this card instead. Okay. And so I'm going to get rid... Guess I'll keep going rogue. All right, so she goes flat back up. She's at 8 health, so we're still good with her. And that gives me 5 cards. Boom. All right, now we're on. Do I gain overkill or anything like that? Choose up to 2 identity-specific cards in your discard pile and shuffle them into your deck. I may do that. That's a 0. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I definitely want to use this. But the first thing I'm going to do... Well, I'm going to give him an action to give me thing. But here's the problem. I can't really use this. So I'm just going to attack so I can get rid of the wolf pack. And he's gone. Okay. So now I can, since I only have 1 more round, she's going to disappear this round. When your hero makes a basic attack. Basic attack means you're using that. I didn't use that, so I can't use that. So instead, I'm going to use this. I am going to... I'm going to remove these 2 to play this card here. And deal 4 damage to an enemy. 3 would be overkill. All right, so it doesn't matter. All right, I can't use this card, but I can use this to give me +1. And now I do 5 damage. So now we're down to 13 with Spiral. And this is Alter Ego. So I'm going to flip him over so I can use this card. You can only flip once per round. So I'm going to take 2 cards that were Gambit's cards, and you know which ones I'm going to take. This one. Ooh, that one's a good one too. Or I can take the 2 high damage cards. That's a tough one, man. But anyway, what it says is choose up to 2 identity-specific cards, which has his face on it, and shuffle them into your deck. If expansion is in play, draw 1 card. I do not have the expansion in play. I think I'm going to take these 2. All right, so let's shuffle these in. Because I'm going to have to... Chances are the cornered side is not here. So, and on top of that, she's not going to be able to scheme anyway with him here because she's confused. Okay, so now I'm going to get 6 cards. Why? Because now he's on the non-hero side. All right, so we're going to get 6 cards this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that would be the end of our turn. So now he's going to flip up. And here we go. So do I have any defense cards? Because she's going to attack me. I do have a defense card. I do not have my X Gene anymore, which really pisses me off. Instead of using this one, because I really don't want to remove that threat. I guess I can. No, because if I do that and the cornered side shows back up, it's a waste. I do have the bulletproof bell. So what I might do is use the not today to pay for that. All right, so she's going to attack for 2. And I am going to use bulletproof bell, and I'm going to get a tough status card. And basically that means that the next attack that's made, it just bounces off me. Okay, so now she now has just after she. Oh wait, no, she still activates. It's just that this goes away. So. Oh, wait, I forgot about this one. She gets +1 for each sword counter in play. When attached to it, prevent all damage. Okay, I did that. So, it says if Spiral is in the cornered side. Frig. So she's going to be doing 3 additional damage. I have to remove 2 brain stuff to remove 1. That's horrible. Spiral gets 1 attack for each sword counter on this card. Holy cow, so she could be doing 5-6 damage. All right, so we get a card each. Oh, I don't know if I moved that over. When you look up a rule, you will become confused in Sight 3. Okay, see, I forgot to do that. 2 was supposed to go on here, but now I have to incite 3 on top of that. So I have to put 5 on there. Exhaust your identity and discard a confused status card from it. Discard this obligation. What? Exhaust your identity and discard a confused status card from it. Discard this obligation. So I have to purposely look up a rule just to become confused and then... Okay. All right. So her card... Damn it, man. Okay. See, this it automatically already just got hard. You look like you have everything under control, and then suddenly you don't have any control at all. It's all. And this is how I lose very, very quickly. All right, so Gambit's up first, so I have to spend 2 resources to remove 1. That's absolutely freaking crazy. All right, well, the first thing I'm going to do... Well, shoot. I can't have her be doing that kind of damage. All right, so I'm just going to make believe I looked up a rule. I'm going to turn him to the side, and I'm going to discard this. I wonder if there's a reason. I could just leave that. But, all right, because I'm not confused right now. All right, let me see what I got. I got team up here. This says only get used if I have Rogue and Gambit. Deal 4 damage to an enemy and remove 4 threat from a scheme. I hate. Look at this. I got 1 here and 1 here. And I can remove 1 of these. That's bull, man. That flips over, by the way. All right, and now I need 2 to use this. So she's way too expensive. I'm just going to have to give those 2 up to use that. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. So I cannot damage her. However, let's see if I can. So let me remove, because I can do this in any order I want. So let's remove these 2 first. See the new card that comes up. Nope. Okay. So we have 6 more come up here. And now each ally takes -1 consequential damage after attacking a minion. Discard each other setting environment. Okay, so it's actually a positive. So, all right, so I got to attack him, and the toughness card goes away. And that's all I got. You may spend 1 resource of any type to attack. I did that already. When your hero makes a basic attack. No. All right. And I didn't use him. So she's not going to attack me anyway. I'd like to get Skullbuster out of there. All right, so maybe I flip. I do an action to do that. Since I haven't used him yet, I'm going to do 2. Your hero makes base that to remove 1 stake, and your hero gets +1. So, it also removing this gives me +1. So, I should probably hang on to that in case I have any more vampires come up. So let's remove this. I'll do 3 damage to him. Now, why did I not do 4? Because as soon as I use her, I'm going to wipe him out. There's no reason to waste it. All right, so this will turn back up, and I'll gain 5 cards. And he's not going to get attacked anyway. All right, so I am going to think I'm going to go going rogue. So this comes back to me. I am going to put this on that because if I'm on a villain, I gain retaliate 1. All right, so I'm going to confuse the enemy. So that would be good. All right. So I remove 3 threat from a scheme. So I'm going to remove 3 threat from here. And I retaliate, so I'm going to confuse the enemy. Now I'm going to use her. Oh, I didn't use these 2. There you go. I was like, why do I have cards in my hand? So I'm going to do that to do 2 damage to him. He dies. But look at it. It took me 3 attacks to kill him. It's crazy. And those were all things that I could have done to deal with her, but instead I'm dealing with everybody else popping in. And, I'm starting to get kind of low on my deck here, too. All right, so she's going to pop up. And I don't know if I should still have that tough card. Didn't I get rid of that tough card before? I think when he attacked, no. Oh, I used the defense card instead. That's what happened. All right, so that's 5. All right. So, because she's now hiding, she automatically now schemes instead. All right, so this is going to move over to her. She's going to scheme, but she can't because she's confused. So that's going to go away. She's going to scheme on him for 2. Plus 1 is 3. All right, so she's going to put 3 on the main scheme. In fact, here's a 3. All right, so that means I have 9 there already out of the first 15. That's bad. Okay, so that's her turn there. There's no more activation stuff. Tokens that go on there because she's on the opposite side. First player, cybernetic enhancement. Attached to a minion. Otherwise, this card gains surge. There is no minions. Growing Pains. Increase the cost to play each of your upgrades by 2. Discard an upgrade you control or discard an upgrade from your hand. If you have more upgrades in your discard pile than in play, discard this obligation. Well, obviously that would be yes. And it's only on Alter Ego side. Discard an upgrade you control or discard an upgrade from your hand. So I have to flip to be able to get rid of this card. Okay. And it's Hope learning how to drive from her dad. And it looks like that car is damaged. It's pretty funny. Okay, so I got a card for Gambit. The one with the breakup. So, of course, that's a reference to Friends. All of their episodes was called The One with whatever. Each encounter card gains peril. Okay, here's my problem. I don't know what peril is. Discard 3 cards from your hand and choose a player. The chosen player draws 1 card. You discard this obligation. And it's only an alter ego action. Okay, so it looks like Remy's probably gonna have to flip over. I got too much stuff going on alter ego side for him. Shoot. I don't even know what peril is, and as soon as I look this up. Wow, it's not even in here. This is the most recent one. Where's the little one? Let's see if it's any of the Spider-Man ones. No, it's not in this one. Wow. Peril's not in anything. Oh, here, keywords number 10. Page 10. When a player resolves a card with this keyword, that player cannot consult other players, and other players cannot play cards or trigger abilities. All right, so it's irrelevant, really. There are no other players. All right, so now I got a confused card because of this. Okay. All right, well, she's going to go first. And I have to... She gets her touch card back. If a touch is attached to a friendly character, search its owner's discard pile for an event that belongs to the same classification and add that to your hand. No. I have no cards. I have no cards to play whatsoever. Just nothing. Do I have any brains? I only have one brain. Well, this is not good. I really don't know what to do. I got nothing. I really literally have no cards to play. And I only have one brain. If I had this, I could do that to... No, I can only do that with a corner. Only if she's in her cornered side. So I literally have nothing. And I won't be defending against any attacks anyway. So, because there's no attacks coming. So I'm just going to hang on. Let's see. After you defend against an attack, take no damage. So I might as well put this card out. I'll use Judo to take that out. To put Unflappable out. And I'll hang on to these two. I'll discard this. And... I guess I will... Thwart for 2. And that's it. That's all I got. So what I'm going to probably do is I'll turn over. Discard an upgrade you control or discard an upgrade from your hand. Don't have either one of those. It says, period. If you have more upgrades in your discard pile than play, discard this card. And I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 upgrades in my discard pile, so I'll just discard this. All right, and now I'm on my other side. So I'm going to go 6 this time. Oh, I got my X Gene back. Oh, I got 2 of them. Awesome. All right, so Remy. So I really don't want this to be here. All right, so I'm going to flip over and use my Thief ability to pick up 2 cards here. I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to remove this here. That'll flip up the new card. What the last one? Really? Okay. So I can remove 3 cards from here. So 1, 2, by Bishop, 3. This goes away. And the reason I wanted that gone is because it gives me an extra bad card every round. I don't want that out there. All right, and he'll get 6 cards. And this says exhaust your identity. And then the confused. Oh, I was confused. Oh, I didn't thwart though. I used his ability. I didn't actually thwart. Okay, so I didn't break any rules there. All right, but next round I'm going to have to get rid of that one too. Although thwarting, he's actually perfect for it being here because his thing is so bad that I'd probably never use him to thwart. All right, so I've got to turn her up. He goes up. Got my cards here. Got my cards here. This moves over. This has 6 on it. Okay, we're going to put 2 more on here. This is bad. This is really bad. And I can't thwart off here anyway while she's in this form. So I have no choice but to keep that just piling up. You'll be pleased to know that Tales of Ravenor the Iron Witch is now complete. It's done. I've actually did digital fulfillment today. I leave for Atlanta on Tuesday, so I didn't want the test books sitting for a week. So I'm going to order them while I'm in Atlanta so that they're here when I get back. And then after I approve the tests, then I'll be fulfilling all the printed material. All right, so that's it as far as Tales of Ravenor. And you'll be pleased to know that we have now started a Tales of Ravenor D&D module that will also be Pathfinder compatible. And we're going to be delving into that world, and you'll be able to create your own wielders and your own priest or priestesses and have your own crux and all this stuff, and it's going to be great. So I'll keep you guys all informed on that, but we are doing a D&D module for that. And as far as Lords of LA, we're on page like 18 or 19 now. We're going to go to page 24 for the 3rd issue because the first one was 1 and 2, and now we're doing 3 and 4, and they're combined. That's why they're 48 pages each. So I'm going to get issue 3 done, and I'm going to be launching that as well. So look for that, and it's all looking really, really good. Alex is doing a great job. Maria is just she's just inking up a storm. And James Brown, yes, my colorist's name is James Brown, no relation. And he's doing a great job on the colors. Some of the covers just look great. We're doing another Maryland cover. We're doing some female samurai covers for Lena, and it's all looking great. So, in fact, I'll put one of them here. Or is it here? Here. So I'll put one of those up. And as far as the next campaign I have going on is we're going to be doing a Destiny Aurora audiobook. And for people that don't have Audible, it'll be downloadable. Plus, you'll be able to buy all of the previous comics and previous novels as well as this campaign. I'm looking to launch this campaign right when I get back. So beginning of April, I'm looking to launch. So look for that as well. And I'm excited to see what you guys think of Shazam! Fury of the Gods. All right? Have a good one, guys. And remember to do all the YouTube things. Subscribe and give me your comments below. And give me a like. Have a good one, guys.